So we back with another video. Today we got y'all boys with the best jump shot in the game. I know y'all just gave y'all the best jump shot in the game, but I'm gonna be honest, the new jump shot that dropped, I gotta go over in today's video. So yeah, we're gonna give y'all the best jump shots again for pretty much all builds, whether you are 6'4" and under, 6'5" to 6'9", 6'10" and up, it doesn't really matter. Also gonna try to give y'all the best shooting badges within this video as well. If you guys want more videos like this, I plan on giving y'all this week dribble moves, dunk packages, shot animations, all in this week as well. All y'all gotta do is like the video, subscribe if you're new, turn on notifications, be the first to all the videos. Without further ado though, let's hop into it. Alright, so the new jump shot I really want to go over is Ray Allen. Now, to get Ray Allen in this game, you're not going to be able to be 6'4" and under. You're not going to be able to be 6'10" and up. So honestly, this is kind of crazy that 2K is really taking this route. But believe it or not, they have now added another jump shot for the 6'5" to 6'9" that is arguably the best jump shot in the game. Now, me personally, nothing really changed for me what I think is the best. But when it comes to the top 3, 6'5" to 6'9", it's definitely top 3. I'm gonna be honest, it's definitely top 3. And in my opinion, I might like it a little bit more than LaMelo. So yeah, Ray Allen, literally, I'm gonna be honest, what I like about Ray Allen, it literally reminds me of the old LaMarcus Aldridge. If you remember LaMarcus Aldridge from pretty much 2K15 all the way to like 2K19, you know what I mean. It's pretty much like a straight up fast jump shot, but he's jumping high in the sky. So yeah, a lot of people love that about LaMarcus Aldridge, and it's really, really very similar to that. Now, if I was to use this different releases for it, I'll probably go Ray Allen. Releases, I'll probably go like, what releases would I go? Now, another thing I want to say before I go too far, when I was dropping my best animation video, people was like, you skip past Ray Allen. I literally didn't see it. I can't lie to you. But yeah, best releases, I would say, since I didn't really go too crazy over this, the releases I would use, I would go Oscar secondary, because that's what I do. I would go Oscar secondary. This is for all my 6'5" to 6'9s. And then when it comes to pretty much the main portion, I guess the upper release, the best releases I think are, you can go Rudy Gay for a lot of people, but I think the best ones is Klay Thompson, Jason Tatum, or Larry Bird. If you go with any of those, you should be fine. For this one, I like going Larry Bird, and I like blending it a certain way, but hold on. So I like maxing it out, putting it towards, what's it called? You can get this all the way to like A+. Now, that's really based off of that. Now, if you want to go with Klay Thompson, you can do that as well. It's pretty much going to be the same thing, though, I'm going to be honest. Tatum is going to be pretty much the same thing, where you got to still blend it a lot towards, what's it called? But you don't actually have to max it. If you go Tatum, you can get 1%. Maybe you don't, maybe you want 1%. You go Klay, you can blend it a little bit more and get away with it, you know what I'm saying? But you can't go all the way down below 79. So I like trying to have the best pluses possible. From my experience, Larry Bird is the better release to go along Oscar, but to go alongside Ray, maybe Klay is. But one thing I want y'all to understand when it comes to Ray, why Kuzma's probably still gonna be the best, why LaMelo is probably still gonna be the better options, is because look at the requirement. You need an 88 just to put the jump shot on. Then to even be able to have the releases with the base, it's a 91 3-pointer. So yeah, still gonna be only a select few people to use this jump shot, but I guess this is kind of like the upper tier for builds. So people that's been asking me, what if I have a 92+ 3 ball? I guess you can really say this is kind of the Stephen Curry of the 6'5" to 6'9". All right, so when it comes to the jump shots, we're gonna go in order from 6'4" and below to 6'5" to 6'9" to 6'10" and above. Actually, we might go in order of importance. So we're gonna do the guards first, and we're gonna end off with what y'all probably want the most last. So when it comes to the best jump shots for like the guards, which I would say is the 6'4" and below, I would say the best jump shot all around is LaMelo Ball. Now, LaMelo Ball is the best jump shot all around because it takes the least to get it for all the best jump shots for guards, and it's the fastest one. And we all know how speed is on 2K, speed kills. But if you actually want the actual best jump shot in the game, you would go with Stephen Curry. Stephen Curry is auto. Stephen Curry been hooping in real life. You finally use his jump shot on the game, it's gonna be the best jump shot in the game. Now, let's go ahead and show you guys the releases I would go with. Now, what I've been doing on my 6'5" to 6'9" builds of late, I've been going with Oscar as a secondary. So I'm gonna do that as well on here. I feel like Oscar as a secondary is just really good. Now, just putting Oscar as a secondary does that much, and it's just 50-50. Now, we speed this up, it's gonna do even more. Now, we're gonna blend this more here either way. So that's just to show you guys how crazy John Wall is with this jump shot. But when it comes to the release one, it's a lot of releases you can go with that are really good. My favorite one that I like to go with that is the most consistent is Stephen Curry. Pretty obvious why. Really does a lot for you. And just going John Wall, Stephen Curry, Oscar is at 81 3-point rating. So, and that's really with it being more blended to Oscar. I'm pretty sure if I did it like this, it would go even, it goes lower. I'm surprised by that, to be honest. But yeah, you can get all these A pluses depending on how you do it. You know what I'm saying? So that's another thing. But another good one is Matt Thomas, but there's really no other noteworthy. It's pretty much a lot of the stuff in the same area. It really depends on what you rather for your sync. I think as long as you have Oscar Robertson, you should be fine no matter what. So I was checking my analytics. Even with 100K, we still have 80% of you guys not subscribed. I don't know what else I gotta do. Now, if you guys want to get more in touch with me, you can join the Discord. But how you watching my videos and not subscribe? Subscribe! It's that simple. Alright, and last but not least, man, when it comes to the bigs. Now, for the bigs, for all my bigs out there, I had to pretty much remake all my builds. So I don't have my big anymore, but I did make a brand new build, which is going to be really game breaking when I drop the video for it. But I don't have it upgraded yet. So I'm going to give y'all the best big. So, but if y'all see it's locked, that just means that I just don't have my build upgraded to the point to be able to have that. That makes sense. I don't want people to be confused, be like, why you don't? It's just that simple. So bear with me. Now, when it comes to the bigs, my favorite jump shots in the game for a big is Bielisa. When I went over the 6 for 5, 6 for 9s, when I said the best spot up, I said my favorite spot up jump shot was Bielisa. More on the bigs. Now, when it comes to what I see people use, and they seem to be crazy with it, Chris Bosh. Chris Bosh is one of, if not the most consistent jump shot as a big. Now, some underrated ones that you can use for bigs is Kevin Durant, Larry Bird, but to me personally, those are just too slow. Chris Bosh, I can get behind because it's like in the middle of slow, in the middle of just being, I feel like it's just normal speed. It's not in the middle of normal speed, it's just normal speed. I feel like Bielisa is more towards like faster. Brissett is another good one, but I'm not really a big Brissett guy. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people in my comments be like Brissett, but no, I'm not a big Brissett guy. When I tested all the jump shots, I didn't really like it. Chris Bosh, you can notice how, like all the A+ grades actually working. Brissett, I'm just not. It just doesn't. It's not for me. It's just not for me. When it comes to releases, though, we gonna end up going with pretty much. I think Olynyk is a really good release if you just want to make your jump shot like extremely fast. If I can find Olynyk, oh, can I spell? There it is. All right, Olynyk. So Olynyk is really fast. It's like an instant. It's like an instant. It's literally like an instant. But if you guys want some great jump shot, like just to have like the best stats possible, Tim Duncan, really good. If you go with a Tim Duncan, what's it called? It's gonna make it. It's just gonna make it a lot better. It's just that simple. It's not gonna actually speed it up for real, but it's gonna make it a lot better. In my opinion, I would say you really kind of want to go with a Tim Duncan. I think you want to go with a Kelly Olynyk because Kelly Olynyk is kind of like the Oscar for the bigs when it comes to like the fact that it makes it so much faster. But if you don't want to go with Tim Duncan as your other release, another good one is Kevin Love. Kevin Love is another good release. If you go with Kevin Love, it's gonna be still really fast. And then the last one I would probably recommend is Dirk Nowitzki. Dirk Nowitzki, in my opinion, is probably the best out of all the secondary releases when it comes to release 2s for the bigs, and it's pretty much that simple. Now, when it comes to the bigs, don't really got a lot to give y'all because it's not really much for y'all. It's just kind of that simple. Because at the end of the day, bigs, like all the time, just really wasn't the craziest shooters. They just kind of make their releases really good. But like most of these bigs are just gonna be really too slow for me to really even recommend, even if they're really good. So yeah, that's gonna be pretty much it. If you're a big, you also do get to use like Kevin Durant, I believe, and Bird, depending on how high your rating is. This build just doesn't get it because it only goes up to an 83 3 ball. Just that simple. All right, and now for the 6'5" to 6'9". Now, when it comes to the best jump shots for the 6'5" to 6'9", it's really easy for me. Nothing really close to me in this entire game to being as good as this jump shot, and it's Kyle Kuzma. Now, the reason why I make a lot of my builds 6'5" to 6'9", because you can't get jump shots on all the different builds. Kyle Kuzma is by far my favorite jump shot in the game. Now, does this mean it's gonna be the best jump shot for you? No. But for me, it's easily the best jump shot. Like, Kyle Kuzma with any releases is good, in my opinion. Like, the base is just too good. I've gotten too good at timing it, no matter how. If you get the fast release, if you get the slow release, I've gotten too good at timing it to the fact that I don't even have to play the game for a month, and I'll still be able to come back to 2K and be able to green up. It's that simple. Now, if we're not talking about Kyle Kuzma as the best one, a good alternative, again, would be LaMelo Ball. That's another thing that makes these 6'5" to 6'9" really good, because you also do get LaMelo Ball, which is probably arguably the best jump shot in the game for a lot of people. Whenever I do polls, people say this is their favorite jump shot in the game. It's understandably so. A lot of people use it whether you have a 99 3-point rating build or a low 3-point rating build, so it's really good. So yeah, LaMelo Ball is really good. For all my bigs out there, I don't want to forget to mention Kevin Garnett. For y'all, I do think this is going to be one of the better bases in the game. It's going to be kind of like on a Chris Bosh level, where it's not like too fast, not too slow, kind of more towards the normal speed. But I do think the other jump shots are still the best jump shots in the game. But I don't want to leave y'all out where this is a really good jump shot. If you don't want to use Chris Bosh, but you want something really consistent, go ahead and throw on Kevin Garnett. But yeah, that's going to be the end of this video. Like I said, bro, within this video, you probably was able to see the code. If you got it, let me know in the comments down below. But we've been doing this every single day since the month of December started, and we not gonna stop all the way throughout December. It's gonna be a lot of stuff dropped for y'all boys, and as we get closer to Christmas, the stuff is just gonna get bigger and better. So yeah, I appreciate all y'all boys showing support on the channel. I got some merch coming for December, so I hope y'all boys show the support for that as well. But yeah, that's gonna be it for the jump shot. Like I said, at the end of this video, I will be giving y'all the best shooting badges as well. So for the people that want to see that will be on this video as well. But yeah, without further ado, man, it's your boy Fitz, and I've been, man. All right, next is the shooting badges. When it comes to the shooting badges, we have the same tiers. Let's go over the badges. Agent 3s, when I first went over it, y'all killed me in the comments down below. And y'all grilled it into my mind that Agent 3s is more than just off the dribble 3s and stuff like that. It's really, well, off the dribble is like fading. When I'm saying off the dribble, I'm meaning like fading. When I'm thinking of like standstill, but even if that's off the dribble, like a guard, that's really like, I say standstill. But it's pretty much for anything as a guard. Like anytime you're playing as a guard, whether it's off the dribble, like off the bounce, or like a fade, or even like off a hop back, it doesn't really matter. It's really, really a great badge. And now when I'm saying hop back, I'm not saying like hop jumpers. Hop jumpers, I know that's not Agent 3s. I'm talking about like the LeBron step back, because apparently it's stop and pop, rhythm shooter, and circus 3s from last year all in one badge, which is very, very crazy. In my opinion, very, very unbalanced. But it is what it is. I'm still going to say Agent 3s. Agent 3s is either broken or top tier. I really don't know if it really needs to be nerfed. I think the only thing that needs to be nerfed about it is that it seems like it does more than what it was supposed to actually do. So that aspect I can see being broken and needing to be nerfed to be what it's actually meant to be doing. But I can also say it's top tier because definitely a top tier badge. Maybe it doesn't need to be nerfed and it was always meant to do that. So that one's a weird one. And one thing I'll say about Agent 3s, from my experience of playing 2K, usually I don't even be able to have beyond silver Agent 3s. The only time I ever have that is on my 92 3-point build, and I only have one of those. I will be making a 99 3-point build, but I'm gonna be honest. Agent 3s really makes the difference between like an 89, an 85, an 83, a 92 3-pointer. Not really that significant, bro, because it does everything. It really makes your 3-point rating not matter as much, if that makes sense. So I would say, yeah, it can be broken, but I don't know. That really depends. Yeah, bro, that's the only time. Like, catch and shoot is really for spot ups. Agent 3s is for pretty much people that have the ball in their hands majority of the time. You feel me? Amped Amped, I'm still in a love-hate relationship. I really, like this past season, I really didn't test it too much. At the beginning, I tested it a lot, and I just gave up on it. Because, honestly, bro, when I have the badge on and when I don't, I see literally no difference. I don't feel like I lose stamina any different. I don't feel like I miss more. I don't feel like I green more. I don't feel like I green less. I feel genuinely no difference. I feel like Amped would be a better badge if whites went in, but due to greens being the only thing that goes in, once you play the game for so long, you'll get used to pretty much how the shot timing is gonna change, so and so. So I stopped playing for like a week or two, really. Came back, it was a little off the first game, and then after that I played like 5 more, and it really didn't even matter no more. I'm gonna be honest. So I say Amped, I can see it being usable for certain people. Maybe you don't play the game a lot. Maybe, you know what I'm saying, you really are a dribbler, so you really do need it. But for the most majority of people that play 2K, I don't think it's necessary. I would say it's just usable. Blinders, in my opinion, I would still say this is a top tier badge. Anything that's for contest, in my opinion, is a top tier badge. No, it doesn't actually negate contest. But when it comes to people to green contest, it makes a big difference. But it's only when it comes to like from the sides. So it doesn't matter if they're running from the side, hands up from the side, jumping from the side, really good. So a lot of people that use screens, it's gonna be really, really good. You know what I'm saying? But even if you're not, even if you're a spot up, even if you're just an ISO, it doesn't really matter. Good badge in my opinion. Just doesn't work the same way that it always did. Catch and shoot, that's another top tier badge. This is really like probably not, it really depends. It's either this or Claymore as the best spot up badge, where we're gonna go ahead and throw Claymore up there. And yeah, both of those badges are really good for spot ups, pick and pops, whatever it really is. I feel like Claymore is not as good of a pick and pop badge as catch and shoot. I feel like catch and shoot is a little bit more bilingual for those type of builds. But yeah, I say Claymore is definitely still top tier. Clutch shooter, definitely top tier badge. Honestly, bro, I feel like on a build you don't really need but Agent 3s, clutch shooter. That's it. I'm gonna be honest. Maybe volume shooter can help you. I use Agent 3's clutch shooter, space creator, volume shooter. Sometimes I run limitless range on my build, but like I only get it bronze on most of my builds, so it really depends. Leangelo go fits the GOAT. Blinders and Agent 3's fire. Yeah, I mess with those. But yeah, comeback kid. Whenever you have to be down 7 for this badge to work, not the most ideal badge in my opinion. Off that alone, it does help a lot. So say for instance you're going in a wreck, one person with like all randoms, top tier badge. If you're playing with a full 5, you're playing 3s with a full 3, you're playing 2s with a duo every single time, I don't really see the point in this badge. Now, I honestly, actually in 2s, I can actually see it, because in 2s, it's not really like back and forth. It's make it, take it. So you're gonna have to make a comeback sometimes. You know what I'm saying? So I can see comeback kid being good for 2s, but I feel like this is really a badge for like people that play at randoms a lot. So I'm gonna just say it's usable. Corner specialist hadn't been working for a while. This is still gonna be up in the air. I'm gonna say for now, don't use steel, because it just really wasn't doing anything for anybody for the past 2 seasons. So we're gonna keep it at don't use until further notice. Deadeye, another badge that's for contest. If it's a contest badge, in my opinion, definitely a top tier badge. Anything that helps you be able to green higher contest, in my opinion, is broken. But in this game, since it doesn't negate the contest, it takes the broken ability out of it. It now makes you have to green it, where the green window is extremely small. So only select few gonna be able to green those type of shots consistently. I'm not even able to green those shots consistently when it comes to the higher, but when it comes to like those 10 and under, 20 and under, all that makes sense. Now, one thing I'll say about blinders and Deadeye, these badges are significantly better on a 90 plus 3 ball than like a 83 and below 3 ball. So if you have like an 85 and 89, you in that good little middle threshold point where you can hit those. But the 92 and plus, they hit those consistently. So I feel like those builds are really more catered to for blinders and Deadeye, but I feel like other builds definitely can use it as well. Green Machine, this is another badge that I feel like, I don't know how I forgot this, but yeah, Green Machine, Agent 3s, those are probably like the legit 2 badges that probably work on every given shot for me. But yeah, Green Machine, you have to get consecutive greens for it to actually start to function. But in this game, where if you don't green, you miss, It's of the utmost importance in my opinion, so it's a top tier badge. Guard up, another contest badge, but this one, in my opinion, is not really that crazy because the way this works is, it doesn't, like, it literally does nothing. At least Deadeye and Blinders does a little bit of something. This does nothing for the contest. It just allows you, no matter how closely guarded you are, no matter if they came from the side, no matter if they came from the front, no matter how closely guarded, depending on where the hand position, if it's not up, if it's out, if it's not in your face, if it's not in a good position, you'll be able to green that shot now. So guard up, in my opinion, for certain people, it's going to be amazing. For others, I don't know. Limitless range, obviously, don't even need to really go over that. Depending on what tier you have, you don't even have to use the limitless range take if you're on next gen. Current gen is a really easy choice for you because you just got sharp take. It's not like splitting it up or anything like that. But limitless range, definitely a top tier badge. Like, what are we talking about? Mini Magician, this is really usable, really a build specific, only for like the select few that really love their mid ranges. Me personally, I like doing threes or dunking the ball because those seem like more automatic points for me. But whatever you want to do it for sure. Slippery off ball, I don't really see people having enough badge points to use it. I do think slippery off ball can go up now because of the fact they did make that change where now if you're moving off ball, it doesn't drain your adrenaline boost. So I can see that badge now being a lot more utilized, but even still, I don't know, like, because if you're struggling to shoot, you're gonna need other badges. If you're really good at shooting, you're gonna be putting on a lot of these like contest badges before you put on the slippery off ball. But if you feel like you want to throw on slippery off ball, it is a good badge. It is a good badge. I just don't see a lot of people actually putting it on because they're gonna put on other badges before it. Space Creator, in my opinion, no question, top tier badge. When it comes to doing step backs, hot backs, all that type of stuff, really gonna make you be able to shoot a lot of those a lot better. Makes a significant difference in my experience. You will be able to shoot them without it, but when you put it on, it's going to be pretty much like you're getting automatic greens every single time. Next is Volume Shooter. Volume Shooter, in my opinion, is a top tier badge. Top tier easily. For me, I can see people saying it is build specific, so I'm actually going to throw that in usable. You do have to be shooting majority of the shots to be having Volume Shooter. If you're in the rec and you're shooting like 15 to 20, definitely a top tier badge. If you're in the rec and you're only shooting around 5, can't really get behind that. If you're in park and you're not really getting consistent, like I guess 9+ points every game, can't really get behind that as well. So yeah, I say usable. Let me make this look a little bit more pretty, and that's pretty much the shooting badges.
Tell them to bring me my money. Yeah!